So my two dream jobs as a kid was one, be an NFL wide receiver, specifically for the Dallas Cowboys, the best team out.
Okay, questionable. All right.
Or be a pilot. Okay,
Right.
well, I wasn't playing college football, so NFL is out the picture.
Right.
Let's try to be a pilot. And I didn't know how to be a pilot. You know, I thought you had to be an astronaut, world's smartest person, or a mathematician and scientist. Come to find out some years later, you don't need to be any of those. I took out a $100,000 loan. My first day flying a plane as a student was July 22nd, 2022, my sister's birthday. July 22nd, 2022. My first time flying a jet at the regionals was September 23rd, 2025. Funny enough, from the day I got accepted into the cadet program to the day I got my job offer from the regionals, it was 3 years to the day. I got accepted into the cadet program May 2nd, 2022, got my job offer May 2nd, 2025.
We are back. We're back. We back like we never left. Cause
Yes,
we ain't
indeed. Never that.
Maybach Mike. Mike
That's
Chris,
me.
my man.
It's a pleasure being here, man.
Hey, yeah,
It's a
definitely.
pleasure.
Man. Thanks for letting me come and kick it with you. You know, podcast about aviation. You know, all things aviation, motivation, all those things. And instead of being in the studio, I'm up here in Dallas.
Yes, indeed.
Dallas, Texas.
Yes,
with you.
indeed.
And you know, like with most things we talk about, we talk so much, man.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time we talk, it's like a podcast.
Every time we talk, it is a podcast. It's our own episode.
Right.
Its own.
Right. So I want the people to know about you. You know, right now you are regional airline pilot.
Mm-hmm.
You went to UTSA.
Mm-hmm.
And you went through one of the cadet programs.
Yes, indeed.
Your journey. You got a journey that that a lot of people haven't had. Some people had it, but I really want you to share how you even got to this point of being a regional pilot, flying jets. First off, how'd you get started? Like, how you even get beginning with this?
Man, it was a long road. I'll say that.
All right.
It was a long, long road. Little backstory. I got my degree in accounting. All right. I didn't go to school for aviation. I didn't even know that that was a degree until I started flying, that you can get a degree in aviation.
Yeah.
Got my degree in accounting. And at UTSA, I was working as an accountant full-time.
Yeah.
While going to school full-time. And it was maybe 1 month before I graduated college. I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I went back to the drawing board and I was like, okay, well, you don't want to be an accountant. You're about to get this degree. What are you going to do with your life?
Right.
So my two dream jobs as a kid was one, be an NFL wide receiver, specifically for the Dallas Cowboys, the best team out.
Okay, questionable. All right.
Or be a pilot. Okay, well, I wasn't playing college football, so NFL is out the picture.
Right.
Let's try to be a pilot. And I didn't know how to be a pilot. You know, I thought you had to be an astronaut, world's smartest person, or a mathematician and scientist. Come to find out some years later, you don't need to be any of those.
Right.
So
it's interesting because I remember I got a text from you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. We actually met because your line brother, 06er, he came to San Antonio and he was asking me and my line brothers, what do we want to do? Because the line was, we were split. Half of us had graduated and the other half hadn't. And so he was asking us that hadn't graduated, what do we want to do? And, you know, my line brothers, they said what they wanted to do. And then he asked me last and I was like, I think I want to be a pilot. Like, I'm flirting with the idea of going to flight school. He was like, what? No way. Let me give you my line brother's number. KT, hit KT up tomorrow. And yeah. And so I reached out to you the very next day and it's been up ever since.
Yeah, man.
It's been up ever since.
And here's the interesting thing about that. I'll give you my piece too, because everybody always says, oh, I want to be a pilot, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that you don't believe when people say it. It's on my side, sometimes I question if people understand what it takes. And so I try to help people understand like what it really takes and the path. And I kind of gave you some info. We talked about it and talked about the different routes. So after that, when you made the decision, I want to do this, like, how did you come up with what was your plan?
Okay, well, it started off with a little bit of research for me. I started researching because you brought up the idea of cadet programs. So I started researching more into cadet programs, United Aviate, Southwest 225, American Cadet Academy, JetBlue. Everybody had their cadet programs. Delta had Propel as well. So I just went through and I researched all of them. Okay.
What are just real quick, like, if for people who wonder, like, what is the cadet program, just generically?
Cadet program is basically the airline putting their name into a program. Yeah, the airline puts their name into a program, beneath a program, and it's basically, if you get in, we're going to, start you with your flight training from 0 to hero, or maybe even from PPL or instrument all the way up until, CFI, multi, and past that. And from there, you'll end up going to one of their regionals. And then from the regionals, you'll get to the majors. So with that, your interview into the cadet program is your interview into the major. So for like the American Cadet Program, I can speak to that.
So you're saying that you start off, you make it in the cadet program while you have no hours, no time, and you're pretty much, if you follow the path, you will end up at a major airline if you follow the path.
If I don't do anything today and just keep following this path, I can end up at American.
Man.
Yeah. If I don't do anything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No application, no.
Just keep flying, pass your check rides, all that stuff.
Keep going, basically.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be at a mainline. Mainline American.
Was it free?
Why are you asking questions you know the answer to? I wish it was. No, it wasn't free. I had to take out a loan. Little hefty loan.
Okay.
$100,000.
$100,000.
I took out $100,000 loan.
To get you from no flight time.
From zero experience all the way up to completing flight school.
Tell me what it was like when you learned how much it cost and that it was going to take that in order to become a pilot. And you had just graduated from college.
Yeah. Well, I had just graduated. Yeah. And so I had college loans as well. So I was about to take on more loans. It was tough, man. It was tough. But I will say, when I found out it was that expensive, I reached out to my oldest brother. Yeah. At the time, my oldest brother was finishing up medical school.
Yeah.
And I called him and I was like, look, I want to be a pilot, but I got to take out $100,000 loan. How are you comfortable being in medical school, taking out all these loans every semester, and you're still going? And the first thing he told me was, don't look at it like a loan. It's not a loan. You're investing in yourself. Look at it as an investment. With you investing in yourself, taking out this loan, you got to be full focused, 100% running full speed behind it. And so that was my mindset going into this. It's not a loan, it's an investment. So I took out $100,000 investment in myself, and it's paying off.
I think that's a good comparison, because you're like, I'm doing no different than what a doctor would do. Yeah. Like you said, you called a doctor.
Yeah, I literally called a doctor and was like,
it's like, hey, you got out and took these loans out. Was it worth it? And of course, you don't know it's worth it till you finish it. But
that's true.
But you also, is it worth taking the chance?
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too.
I find it interesting, being an accountant, being able to take that big risk, because accountants I know don't want to take big risks like that.
Yeah.
But then again, at the heart, you want to be a pilot.
In school, I learned a little bit about time value of money.
Okay. All right.
So, aviation is kind of the same way. Taking out a loan for flight school, time value of money, in a way, it's about the same.
Right.
In a way, it's about the same. You put the time in, I value what I do, and it'll pay off in the end. It'll pay dividends in the end.
There it is.
in a way.
Right. It'll end up paying itself, right? Mm-hmm. So that's all good. So you got the loan. Then what happens next?
So you get the loan. Well, first you get accepted into the school. Mm-hmm. Once you get accepted into the school, then you have to take out the loan. After you take out the loan, then you we're going to cut that. Okay. Let's start off now. Okay, here we go. I caught a blank. All right, so first you get accepted into the school. After you get accepted into the school, then they'll tell you how much your school is, and that'll let you know how much you have to take out for your loan. You take out the loan gets deposited to the school, and the school holds on to the money. And then from there, you start your flight training at the school, and they'll pay for your PHAC, FAR-AIM, all the books that you need, and all the other stuff, as well as hold on to the money for whenever you do your flights and grounds. And they'll pull the money from your account whenever you do lessons.
So do you feel that by getting the loan and going through flight training, what was the biggest benefit of that?
Oh man, at the time or now?
Well, when you look back, because now you have hindsight. So
the biggest benefit, I would say, I was able to 100% lock in on flight school.
Cool.
I didn't have to work. Luckily, I was in the position to where I didn't have to work.
Right.
Moved back into my parents' place and didn't have to work. It was just aviation all day. And, I was blessed to have that opportunity to not be able to work.
Right.
That would be it.
Yeah, because some people have to work. I mean, even with the loan, some people, even if you had to work, it would still be a benefit, because then you're just focused on that, not stretching out the timeline that it takes. So from when you started to get to the point where you flew your first jet, from the day you took your first flight as going through flight training to fly your first jet, how long did that take?
So I'm specific. I'm good with numbers. Yeah. My first day flying a plane as a student was July 22nd, 2022, my sister's birthday. July 22nd, 2022. My first time flying the jet at the regionals was September 23rd, 2025. So it was like, what is that? 3 years, a month and a day?
Yeah.
3 years, 1 month and a day? So that's how long it took.
So it took you just under what it would take to get a college degree.
Just about, yeah. Yeah, just about.
Right?
Yeah.
So it just cost you just under that as far as time is concerned, and monetarily, as much as college, depending on, the school outside of, if you went to community college.
Right.
But ultimately, like, it's the time frame that it takes to go to college. If you're to oversimplify it, that's how long it takes, and that's how much it costs.
Yeah. Funny enough, from the day I got accepted into the cadet program to the day I got my job offer from the regionals, it was 3 years to the day. I got accepted into the cadet program May 2nd, 2022. Got my job offer May 2nd, 2025.
Man, that's what's
3 years to the day. Probably like to the hours too. Somewhere around there. Something like that.
That's what's up.
Crazy.
That's cool. When you were in flight training, going through all your ratings, what's something that you may have underrated or not understood going through it, like when you were going through training? Like, was it harder than you thought, easier than you thought? Was it different than you thought it would be?
I'd say it was, looking back on it now, it was easier than I thought and more different than what I thought. It's easier than I thought. Looking back on it now, I would say for me, going through flight school is easier than going for my degree in accounting. Flight school was easier than my major in accounting. And I enjoy both. Yeah. I enjoyed both. I value both. But flight school was a whole lot easier because it's something that I really wanted to do and I really wanted to pursue. And so that's why it was easier for me to go for that than it was a degree. And it's more different because I didn't think that it was just, what is it, like 6 licenses, licenses and ratings.
Right.
And a CFI that'll teach you everything from like day one all the way up until the finish, or, just a few ratings and licenses. I thought it was going to be a whole lot more like extraneous than that. The
process itself is simple. It's complex, but it really is like follow steps 1 through 10.
No, yeah. And they lay out steps 1 through 10. Yeah. Step 1, go get your medical. Step 2, study for the ground. Step 3, take your written. Step 4, fly. Step 5, get signed up for check rides. Step 7, take your check ride.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Like, it's, if you color by numbers,
right,
and you can get there.
Right.
The good thing, like you said, is you didn't have too many outside factors that disturb that process.
True.
And that, I think, is a big piece, is if you can eliminate those external factors, if you can.
Yeah.
it makes it that much more simple. You're like, it's not that hard if you can focus on it and just follow these steps.
Right.
You don't have to try to recreate the wheel or nothing. Somebody already figured out what you got to do. Follow the steps.
Yeah. I always was told you don't need to rewrite the book.
Yeah.
The book has already been written. Just follow the book. No need to rewrite the book. No need to make it harder than what it already is.
Any parts of flight training that you found more challenging than others?
Oh, for sure. Oh man. Okay. I would say CFI was definitely a challenge. CFI was a challenge because you're stepping out of the role of I have a CFI and my CFI, he's going to tell me what to do.
And what's the CFI?
CFI is a flight instructor, a certificated or certified flight instructor, however you want to put it. They're the ones that, from day one, all right, you need to get your medical, you need to take your written, you need to study, you need to study, you need to study, you need to fly these maneuvers, right? And then we're going to go do these cross countries, and then I'm going to send you solo, and then, all this other stuff. As a CFI candidate, you're the one that's like building your flight plans, and then now you're teaching your flight plans up until you transition to a CFI. And now you're the one that's, all right, I got my own student pilot. We're going to, start you off here, study for your written. You need to get better with landings. Your landings aren't where they need to be. I'm going to send you off to another CFI. You're the one that's shaping their training.
Right.
So basically they're putting their future, their career into your hands. And it's up to you to
and their life.
Their life too. Yeah. Yeah. It goes both ways. They're putting your life in their hands and your life in their hands. But yeah, it's up to you to get them to, the promised land where they want to be, whether that's, just getting their PPL or their PPL and instrument or all the way to the end of the curriculum. So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Definitely, man.
But it's also beautiful.
Yeah. Going through the training is, anything from training before you became a CFI, any particular stories or memorable times you had flying, or any good stories you got from flight training?
Good stories besides meeting up with friends and studying whenever I did.
Nah, that's good. You still the people you went through flight training with, are they at a similar place that you're at?
Oh, of course, yeah. Some of them are going through regional training right now as we speak. Some of them already made it through. Some of them are finishing up. So we're all typically around the same area. One good story, I would say, I remember when I was a student pilot, and it was almost time for me to get signed off for my check ride.
Mm-hmm.
I called you because I was struggling with turns around a point. I'll never forget. I called you that November because it was time for me to get signed off, and my CFI just would not sign me off because everything was good except turns around a point. So I called you and I was like, look, I just can't get it. Can you tell me what I'm missing? I explained it to you and you're like, look, you're making it harder than what it has to be. And you explained turns around a point in your way. I don't know if you remember, but you said you have a point here, 90 degrees to it, fly to that. And the way you explained it to me, I got on the plane the very next day. 2 days after that, I got signed off on my check ride. And my turns around a point from that day forward, night and day. That was something that I'll never forget. I'll never forget my solos, the long solos and all. That was fun. Learning how to land without help for the first time.
That's a good one too. So we're about to have our Double Victory flight program at San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
4 students who are going to go from 0 to solo in 2 weeks.
That's neat. Shout out to them.
Yeah. So they're going to probably watch this. What advice do you got for somebody who is getting ready to solo at this beginning phase?
Listen to your instructor. Listen to your instructor. As somebody who's sent off quite a few solo students, listen to your instructor. They know where you're really good at and where you're lacking. Listen to where they're saying you're lacking at. Because if you can really fix that area where you're lacking, you'll be sent off to solo in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to your instructor, trust in them, I'm saying this as an instructor. I'm like
Yeah,
speaking for all
yeah,
instructors.
yeah, yeah.
Listen to them, trust in them, and millions of people have already learned how to land. If you're struggling, you'll get over it.
It's part of the
Because
process.
millions of people struggled how to land too. Me being one of them. I'm sure it was probably you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of people struggled how to land. It just takes time, practice. But once you get it, it'll be like the best feeling in the world. It's like, I don't know, diving into cookies and cream ice cream, like a
That's fine.
life-size bowl. Like it's a great feeling.
Oh,
It's a great feeling.
so being a CFI, I remember you got your CFI. Where'd you go? Where'd you go teach at? Where'd you teach?
So I went out to Olive Branch, Mississippi, right
Uh-huh.
outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I went to the Luke Weathers Flight Academy
Talk about Luke
out
Brothers
there.
Flight Academy.
Luke Weathers Flight Academy, man, it was a time. It was a time. I really enjoyed my time out there. Um, it's under the branch of OBAP,
Mm.
Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. And out there when I was at Luke Weathers, I met a lot of fantastic people, whether that was directors, as of Captain Glenn, Captain Harrison, a lot of students, instructors as well, and people who don't even like, they didn't go to Luke Weathers as a student, they weren't an instructor. They're just like OBAP members, and they just come to the building because they want to give back or they just want to be there and like have their presence there.
Yeah.
I met so many amazing people. It was an amazing school. Um,
Yeah, I done
it
made
got the
quite a few
job
trips
done.
up there too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You came out there and you visited us a few
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah. We went out. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I really enjoyed Luke Weathers. It was a great time.
That's good. Uh, what was the environment like at Luke Weathers? And I ask this because of the importance of representation
Hmm.
and being comfortable in flight training. Just
Right,
being in a place where you feel like I can do anything.
right. So the environment there, it's alive. It's electric. Um, it's different from where I went to flight school.
Yeah.
All right. Walking around Luke Weathers, you're going to see a lot of people of color, a lot of people that look like us. And that already is different because whenever you're walking around, like if you're walking around an airport, a major airport or any airport, you're not going to see many of us.
Right.
So to see a lot of us in this one building, and the goal is to become pilots and finish flight school and so on and so forth, that just says a lot itself. And then, as I spoke about earlier, the people that come back to the school that aren't even they're in their airlines or they're retired or whatever, they come back just to, and they're just to have their presence there, just to
Right.
be in the building. That's very electric. Like, they don't even have to be here, but yet they decide to spend, an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, or the whole day at the school. And they dropping knowledge, dropping gems, giving game.
That's good, man.
It was fantastic. It was amazing.
Building networks, meeting people that you're gonna see when you out there
Network,
flying.
yeah.
That's definitely
Network, yeah.
yeah. And that's something you do everywhere. But I feel like Luke Weathers is special.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, man. Luke Weathers got a special place in my heart. I always say it. I always go back. So I still go back to Luke Weathers.
Yeah.
I'm not a CFI there anymore because I'm at the airlines. But I still make sure to go back every other month. Every other month, I make sure on an off day, I take the first flight from Dallas to Memphis and I spend X amount of hours there. And I fly out the same day because, I probably got to go back to work. But I still want to go back there to, see my former students.
Yes,
My former students, they're now the instructors. They're in my shoes and, they're teaching. And, we're just talking about, they have a student, they're struggling with landing and, they got over it and they're relating it to how I was their instructor and they struggled with landing and how we got over it and the stuff that we laughed about, all that stuff. So I make sure I go back and, show face, but mainly to show them like, look, I'm not here anymore. I'm in the airlines, but I was once in your shoes. And if I was there and now I'm here today, you could be here too. And that's for the students, the instructors, all of them. If I was once there, and there's other instructors that still go back and do the same thing too. We were once here at the school, but we're somewhere else. You're next. You can get through.
Yeah.
Come on, and then come on over. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's good, man. That's good. Continue to give back even after you made it, man.
Of course.
Of
course.
made it, keep making it, all that.
Yeah.
You got any advice for as a CFI? So how long were you a CFI for? Well, how long were you instructing till you built your hours up?
Between 15 and 16 months.
Okay.
15, 16 months.
Okay. So about a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Just under a year and a half.
Just under a year and a half.
Means you was out there grinding. You was flying, yo. You was flying.
Oh man, look, I had a hungry batch of students.
That's good.
The students I had, they were hungry. They wanted it just as bad as I did. So
yeah,
they had me flying every day. I was showing up on days that I didn't even want to be there. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I gotta go. All right, well, let's go. Let's put these clothes on. Let's go to school. Because I know as soon as I pull up in the parking lot, they're there waiting for me.
Ready.
Whether it's 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., they're there and they want me there. So, yeah, I had a hungry batch.
That's what's up, man. So what was some consistent advice that you gave to students as things got hard? Because everybody gets to a point where they either plateau or something and they're struggling and they don't know what to do. Like what advice do you give to that student that's like, I don't know if I could do this no more?
Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up whatever roadblock, barrier you're at. It's there temporarily. Every roadblock and every barrier, you can get over it. No matter what it is in flight training. Because like I said, millions of people get through flight training. What makes you different from the millions that's already got through?
Yeah.
Those millions of people, they struggled on something as well. Just keep showing up, keep studying. Whatever roadblock barrier you have, you'll get over it. As long as you keep showing up. And speak up. Don't wait till it's too late to speak up. Don't wait till it's too late.
Because that's a valid one. Because it's like, I don't like people will come and be like, yeah, I just failed out of flight training and need help. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you ain't say nothing while you were struggling?
And it doesn't take one chance to fail out of flight school. Like, it doesn't take one mistake. You got to make the same mistake or like get stuck somewhere for a long period of time before school decides to let you go. So
right.
Speak up. Don't wait till it's too late to speak up.
Yeah, man. I'm with you on that. So yeah, man. So being a CFI, that was all good. It always sounded like you was enjoying yourself, having a good time, man, when you was out there.
Man, they showed me a good time in Memphis.
Yeah. So then the big thing is, when it came time to become a airline pilot.
Oh man.
The transition. Tell me how you felt when you got to where you meet your 1500, you did ATP, CTP, all that. Like, what did it feel like making that step?
It felt real. Like it felt big. I can't even put it in words. First, I knew that, well, making it to the regionals, there's no plan B when it comes to training. It's either I'm making it out this schoolhouse successfully or I'm making it out this schoolhouse successfully. It's plan A through Z and then AA to ZZ. Like there's no failing out. Like failing out is not an option. But just making it there, first I felt grateful because, you got to put in 1,500 hours in, a single engine piston, multi-engine and all that stuff and the dangers that come with it. But then just making it to the regionals, it's fun, but it can be a lot because they expect you to know a lot. But the good thing about the regionals, I can speak for mine.
Yeah.
They know that, this might be your first jet.
Yeah.
You've been flying single engine. So they don't expect you to be, a master of, jets already. They understand that, you just flew a single engine piston for X amount of time, X amount of years, and now you're about to get into your first jet. This is how we want you to learn your first jet. And this is our jet that we fly. This is how we want you to learn it. So it wasn't too bad. I'd say my stress never got really above a 6 because I tried to study ahead of time, get as far ahead as I can, stay ahead while I'm in training, and really just show up every day.
What was the difference in how you learn things going through primary training and going through jet training? The difference in what and how you learn stuff?
I honestly don't think there was much of a difference, minus the airline having more resources.
So I learned best from study them because
flashcards.
Okay.
Flashcards, write everything down on a flashcard.
That was your
Make a flashcard for everything. You know, they always say writing it down, you'll memorize it, you know, better than just reading it. I believe that's true for me. Put it on a flashcard, make 1,000 flashcards, make 1,000,000 flashcards, and just review it over and over and over so that whenever you are in an exam or being tested or whatever, for me, if I'm asked the question that I had on a flashcard, I'm able to close my eyes and read my exact flashcard word for word because I can see my handwriting. I understand my handwriting. I know that, you know, I wrote these words on this flashcard. That's how I learned, whether it's from student pilot all the way up to today.
So basically, foundationally, the way you were learning and what you were doing from the beginning helped you as you got to the end.
Right.
And it was a consistent method that worked.
Didn't change. Change.
If it worked. Was that how you taught your students too?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, they know I'm the champion of flashcards. Put it on the flashcard. Where's your flashcards? All right, we're starting up we're starting an instrument. You got your flashcards? We're going into commercial. You got your flashcards ready? Because, man, it worked for me.
The flashcard king.
Yeah, like it worked for me. I know everything doesn't work for everybody, but it's like this really worked for me. And I can say for my students that did work with flashcards, they were night and day. They were night and day. Like it really like just like their training off the shelves after they started using flashcards.
I like flashcards. They work. Mm-hmm. I think they work. Mm-hmm. Flashcards, drawing things out. There's a lot of different methods, and I think that people got to take the different things the different ways that people learn and put that in your box.
Right.
And not just be like, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't learn like that. It's like, you ain't tried yet.
Yeah, you haven't tried it.
You haven't tried it, see what happens. So as the airline pilot, what's the lifestyle like, man? Tell me what life like. Life is like, Maybach Mike.
Oh, man. Maybach Mike. He called me Maybach Mike. I'm smiling bigger. I'm laughing a little louder. It's great. It's great. It's really great, man. Like I can speak into many different ways on how it's great, but
so tell me, what's it like? I know it's great. It's like it's at this point it's somewhat normal because you're used to it. Yeah. But what's it like compared to like people who are accountants, and not necessarily in like a better or worse, but what is the difference of the lifestyle of being a airline pilot versus having a regular job?
So, great question. And I was just telling one of my friends about this the other day. Whenever my company builds my schedule for the next month, I always have somewhere between 13 and 15 days off. If you're working a 9 to 5, you get Saturday, Sunday off, 4 times a month?
Yeah, so
that's 8 days off. I'm getting almost double that in a month. And then it's up to me if I want to, pick up and work on my off days or just leave it at 15 days off. So I can have 15 days off in a month if I'd like. Scheduling is not as bad as I thought it would be. You always hear you're going to miss holidays and birthdays, and that's a given. You're going to miss some holidays and you're going to miss some birthdays and some events. But for the most part, I'm able to make everything that I want to make. I'll be on a plane to Vegas in 3 hours.
In 3 hours.
In 3 hours. Like as soon as we wrap this up, I'm headed to Vegas for a birthday party. And it's like, I was able to build my schedule to where I have this weekend off. And I'm so junior in the company, you typically don't have weekends off. But I was able to build my schedule to where I only wanted this weekend off this month, and I got it. So, yes, the scheduling is great. Off days are great. When I'm home, I'm home.
That to me is the best.
I am home. I'm not worrying about, my manager calling me or, responding to an email or like I said, my EFB, my iPad, once I'm off, it stays in my flight bag.
Yeah.
And I'll look at it the night before, charge it up, update if I have to, if there's an update. But once I'm home, I'm here. When I'm on this couch, I'm on this couch.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's the good life.
Yeah.
So, advice for someone considering I think I want to be an airline pilot. What advice do you give to that person who's like, I'm doing this other job? The biggest thing, it's easier, I think, when you're telling people who are starting off life, because it's like, all right, yeah, do it, right? But somebody who's working a job, doing something, they're like, I think I want to become an airline pilot. What are your thoughts? Like, what do you tell them when they say, hey, should I become an airline pilot, or what should I do? Is it worth it? You know, the $1 million question, is it worth it? But
So for me, I always say it's worth it.
yep.
It's always going to be worth it in the end, no matter where you go, what major or, cargo versus passenger, commercial versus business, it's always going to be worth it. But you just have to make sure that it's something that you really want to do and you're passionate about. I don't believe in getting into this because, the pay is great or you can fly around the world whenever you want. It's because, look, whenever you're a CFI building time and you're at 517 hours and you have students canceling on you and you're not making much because you're not flying, or you're flying in the middle of summer in, Mississippi or Dallas and there's no AC in the planes, this is when it wasn't fun. And it was not fun. I'm not going to say it wasn't worth it, but I'm sitting there like, oh my Lord, I got 1,000 more hours of this.
Yeah.
This is not fun. So if you're getting into this, it has to be something that you really want to do and you're really passionate about, because there's going to be days when, it's going to stink. And even when you get to the regionals, you're a commuter because you can't get okay. Well, even when you get to the regionals, when you get to the regionals, you might not get whatever base that you really want. You live in, I don't know, DC. You live 10 minutes from DCA airport, but they have you commuting to, LA or something, or across the country because you're not seeing enough to hold that base. Yeah, you got the job, but now you have to do the commute. And, it's not fun.
Right.
As a former commuter, it's not fun.
Right.
And so that's when it could be draining.
Yeah.
Still worth it in the end. You still got the, the lavish job, but commuting, it's not fun, especially when you have a base 10 minutes away.
And it's frustrating too sometimes because people look at, oh, it's just the worst part. It's like, you got to be willing to do the job on the worst days. You have more.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, what's the worst days? When I got to commute, then there's weather, then we're delayed, all those things. And I still show up to work.
Yeah.
And knowing it's like, all right, well, I'm okay with that because this is part of what I want to do. And I think the hardest thing is, how do you get people to figure out if it's something they really want to do? That I think is the question. Is like, how do you get someone to figure out if it's something they want to do? And at what point do you figure out if it's really what you want to do?
The tried and true discovery flight.
Yeah.
Tried and true. Take a discovery flight. Find your nearest flight school. Find a CFI. Go on a discovery flight, or call the website. Call the number on the website and get a discovery flight. Set it up and see if you like it. I remember when I took mine in San Antonio, when we went up out of Kelly.
Yeah.
I fell in love. I fell in love that same day. And that's from that day I knew, all right, we'll put this accounting stuff to the side. That'll be a plan B. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I fell in love that same day.
And I don't think you have to convince somebody that they should be a pilot. Like someone say, well, why should I become a pilot? I'm like, man, I can't tell you, go figure it out. Like I said, but I tell people, I'm not here to convince you whether you should be a pilot or not. Like, you want to do this, you got to figure out if you want to do it. I'm already here.
Yeah.
We already here.
I'm not a salesman for, being a pilot. I can't convince you. Dude. That's what you want to do? Cool.
I help you point you in the right direction.
Right. I can open some doors for you if I can, point you to the right doors, but
man, that's what's up, man.
You know what's funny now that I think about it? So this is the skyline right here. There's a building. You can't see it because the shades are down. There's a building back there.
Yeah.
When I was in San Antonio applying for flight schools, I was also applying for accounting jobs in DFW because I knew I was leaving San Antonio.
Yeah.
There's a building back there, Comerica. They offered me an accounting position. And now here I am in this apartment looking at where I could be working.
Right.
That's crazy.
And so where's the airport from here? Can you see the planes flying from here?
I can see the planes taking off and landing. I see them on final approach and turning final and all, but
so pretty much you can look out there and see what your future is and what your future could have been.
Yeah.
Right out that window.
Another funny story, when I was working as an accountant in San Antonio, I had my cubicle. I was at my desk, my 3 screens and all. And when I looked to the left, the window out my left, it was San Antonio International Airport. I was working at SWBC. I don't know if I'm supposed to put the business out there, but I was at SWBC. Look to my left and it's San Antonio International Airport. So I see Southwest, United, Delta, American, Spirit, JetBlue taking off and landing all day, every day at work. And there'd be times where I just stop working and I'm looking out the window and I'm like, I'm supposed to be over there. And this was before I knew I wanted to be a pilot. I would just stop and look at the planes taking off and landing. And I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be over there.
Yeah.
And it just took that one day for me to start researching. And then boom,
man,
I'm watching, Delta, Southwest, American, and all that take off before I do my own takeoff. Another thing with that, this is just another anecdotal. I'd be in my cubicle, right? I got my 2 computer screens and my laptop. So I had 3 screens in my cubicle. And I'm like, I'm so tired of sitting here in front of screens all day. And now here I am sitting in front of screens all day. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy how it comes around full circle.
Yeah, it's like
I hated sitting in front of screens. Now I'm back sitting in front of screens.
Right.
But these screens, I like these screens, and it's a better view.
I'm about to say, even if you was working that building over there, they might have had you in the office with a view.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that your view right now is way better.
Oh man, what? Yeah. Looking at like the stars, and I'm seeing shooting stars, and I'm seeing beautiful clouds up ahead, sunset, sunrise. Can't beat it. It never gets old.
Grand closing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hit my 1-year anniversary next week. What is that, like 5 days? 1-year anniversary.
That's what's up,
and I'm new, but it still never gets old.
I'm old and it never gets old.
But it's always new.
Right, exactly. Like I'm old and it's always new, man. That's all good. Well, that's what's up. You got any last minute advice for the people out there? Anything you want to tell them?
Kind of like I said before, if this is something that you want to do, if you're not sure, just start off with a discovery flight. That's all it takes. Discovery flights are somewhere between $100 and $150, somewhere around there. Like save up a little bit of money. Go get a discovery flight. And once you get up, if you don't fall in love by the moment you're in cruise, because takeoff is already exhilarating itself.
When you up there, yeah.
If you're not in love by the time you're in cruise, wait till landing. I'm not going to say give up then. Wait till landing. Wait till landing. You might fall in love by then. But no, if this is something that you really want to do, go for it. It'll be worth it in the end. Yeah. It'll be worth it in the end. It's so beautiful, the fact that I think the flight that I'm about to get on, it's going to be full. There's 0 available seats. But guess what? I'm still going to get on.
Because you'll get the jump seat.
Because I'll get the jump seat. And it doesn't matter. As long as I have my badge and my medical on me, I can get on any plane. Mostly any plane in the world.
Yeah.
I can't get on like Air Force One or something like that. But I can get on almost any plane and go anywhere in the world. That's the coolest thing to me.
Yeah.
And every time that I'm riding jump seat, because the flight was full, I always think, I had to do 1,500 hours in a Cessna for this.
Yep.
And if you have to do 1,500 hours in a Cessna, or you time build some other way like pipeline or skydiving, whatever it is, it'll be worth it.
It's always
going to be worth it. It's always going to be worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. It's good talking to you. Check him out. He shows right here, like, one of the other ways you can get to your goal, man. I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep representing.
I appreciate that. OT, we here.
P in the building, baby.
OT.
All right. Straighten Up, Fly Right podcast. Check us out. We on Spotify, Apple Music. We everywhere. Check us out on the YouTube and everything. All right. We out.